Hi everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to participate in our beach water quality project. My name is Wiley Jennings, I'm a graduate student at Stanford, and I'm going to be walking you through just a few steps to help you take water quality samples. Don't worry, it's going to be super straightforward, and I hope you have some fun doing it also. Thank you again.
You will collect data following 6 easy steps. Step 1. Take a sample. Step 2. Determine the color of the sample. Step 3. Measure the salinity of the calibration fluid. Step 4. Measure the salinity of your sample. Step 5. Store your water sample. Please store the water from location 1. Step 6. Find your next location and repeat. Also note that we are particularly interested in data collected just before, during, or just after rain events. Inside your sampling kit, you will find a clipboard with the instruction packet attached, as well as data sheets. You will have enough data sheets to use one each day you sample, plus a few extras. There are also 2 pencils, a sampling bottle, a refractometer in a gray box, a color comparator, a white dropper bottle of calibration solution, and 14 pairs of brown tubes. You will use 1 pair of brown tubes each day you sample to store one of your samples. There is 1 extra pair of brown tubes. Please read your instruction packet before beginning. It contains important information about how to use the instruments and take good quality data. Your packet includes detailed instructions and photos to help you locate your starting location. The sample locations are important to the data we gather, so do your best to follow these instructions closely.
Find your per sample location located on the map in your instruction packet. Walk into the water about ankle deep. Take a sample as an incoming wave passes you. Try to fill the bottle to as close to the top as possible. Also, try to avoid getting sand in the bottle. You should be able to see the white bottom when looking from the side, and there shouldn't be too much sand. So bring your sample back up to the beach, set it on the beach, and look at it from above. Take the color comparator, hold it above the water, and do your best to match the color. Today it looks like it's a 3, so I would write that number down on my data sheet. Find your refractometer located in the gray box in your sampling kit. The first thing you want to do is measure the salinity of the solution in the small white dropper. Your refractometer may change slightly from day to day, and measuring this solution each time helps us get an idea of how much it's changing.
You will perform this step only once per sample day, immediately before measuring your first water sample.
Placing 3 drops of the solution on the lens, slowly covering the lens cover, and waiting for 30 seconds for the temperature of the solution to reach the temperature of the refractometer. After 30 seconds has passed, lift your refractometer to your eye and look for the spot where the blue and white regions come together.
Read the scale on the right-hand side, as indicated by the red circle. In this example, the salinity is 27.
After you've taken the measurement, lift the lens cover and dry off the lens. There should be a cloth located in your gray box. It's important to get as much liquid off as possible so you avoid contaminating the next sample. Let's find your eyedropper. And we're going to take 3 little samples and squirt them onto the beach. This is going to help clear the eyedropper from any previous water left in it. After you've done that, lift the cover on the lens. Place 3 drops of water on the lens. Slowly replace the lens cover, trying to avoid any bubbles. Wait for 30 seconds for the temperature of the water to reach the temperature of your refractometer. Take your measurement just like you will for all of the other salinity measurements and record the value in the appropriate location on your beach. Find the 2 brown tubes located in your sample packet, and you'll empty your sample you've taken after you've measured the colored salinity into those 2 brown tubes.
Remember, you will only store water from 1 sample each week. Please store the water from sample location 1 in the 2 brown tubes.
Important that you fill both tubes as close to the top as possible and close the lids tightly. Keep the two tubes rubber banded together. Fold your data sheet and place it inside the rubber band so that when we pick up your samples, we get your data sheet and your tubes together.
Drop these tubes off along with your data sheet at the designated drop-off location. Be sure to write the tube ID on the data sheet.
After you've taken a sample at your first sampling location, you'll find your second sampling location by walking normal walking steps. To find the number of walking steps you need to take to get to your second location, please look in your instruction booklet.
Repeat this process to find sample locations 3, 4, and 5. Repeat these steps to measure color and salinity at your remaining sample locations.
Alright, now you're all set. You have everything you need to take samples. The data you collect is going to help us understand our local beaches better. Thank you again for participating.